What's up, family? This is Ubria, and I'm going to do a general reading for y'all. Okay. So let's see. I have these cards that these aren't even cards. They're like pictures that I cut out of a magazine a minute back, but they're all very unique. So I want to use them like oracle cards today. So we're gonna see what comes out. Okay. All right. Please show me a card to represent what is happening for the collective. Moon. See this big old moon? It is a full moon too. We're just coming out of the full moon in Libra. Libra is about justice, right? And there's these two figures right here. So that's that Libra balance. Okay. It says pink. Shut the fuck up. Wasn't it a pink moon? This literally says pink moon down here. Can y'all see that? I cut this out almost a year ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, pink moon. Okay, so I'm getting in this moon, like the veil is very thin. The veil is very thin. Things that seem weird or strange, they're gonna become commonplace. The extraordinary is becoming ordinary. It's like we're living in an alternate universe. So stuff that I feel like y'all just got to get ready for the unexpected. Like the veil is hella thin. So when the veil is thin like that, like you see how these people in this pic, well, y'all can't see it, but these people in this picture, they kind of look how we be looking with the, you know, like when people first started wearing masks, but they weren't wearing masks. They was wearing like bandanas over the bottom of their face. That's how people are looking. I don't know where you live. I don't know if you wear masks or not, but I'm getting like the fact that we had to wear masks was kind of a blessing. So people can't see your face. So people can really see your facial expressions. So you can learn how to control your face. This Four of Pentacles keeps coming out. I'm getting like we kind of have to hold back. It's like the veil's going to be thin and we're going to be seeing things that might kind of freak us out. But you're not supposed to react. You're not supposed to react. You're supposed to keep that shit to yourself. That's the situation. We're going to be seeing things, experiencing things. These could be paranormal things. These could be shapeshifters. These could be people that look human but ain't quite human. You know, whenever you see stuff like that. No, this was the Four of Wands, not the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, because I'm getting these, it's going to be people kind of close to you. Or energies that are close to you. I mean, how else would you see stuff like that if it wasn't close to you? So I'm getting you're just going to start to see things about people that are like close to you, that are normally hidden to you. Whatever it is, I feel like it's like you knew it already. Your intuition told you this already, but I feel like now we're going to start to see stuff with like our own eyes. That our intuition been telling us. There's going to be a little bit of guilt behind this too. Like, did I make this happen because I kept thinking that this was going to happen? Did I make this happen? There's also somebody leaving a home. Like somebody might have to leave a home because of somebody's intuition or if somebody don't have to leave a home, they have to leave a relationship. But I feel like somebody's intuition, like say if this is like a man and a woman is in a couple and the man is messing with somebody else, his woman is going to know that intuitively. And so, but I feel like this man is going to know that the woman's going to know. So he's going to get rid of whoever he was dealing with before she knows. It's almost like going to be like there's nothing to know because he's going to handle that because everybody's tuition is popping. This chick could already be leaving because she know his woman gonna know and he gonna tell her to go anyway. It's like reading each other's minds. I'm also getting to like people are going to kind of change how they feel about things. Like if you've been feeling abandoned in a situation, or just feeling like people have negative intentions towards you, I feel like that's going to be eased, that's going to be lifted. Or if you see that people do have negative intentions towards you, I feel like it's like it doesn't even make you upset. I feel like everybody is so human right now, which is crazy because I just said there's going to be like paranormal and weird ass activity, but I feel like the people who are truly human, like the people who are just going through stuff, just like normal regular people, we will want to cling to those people. We will want to forgive those people for anything. It's like once you really know who your enemy is, you can't get mad at your friend for having a bad day, right? Whereas before we'll be like, like my friend's having a bad day, she must really not like me, she must really not want to fuck with me, and like all these like bad thoughts about the people who are close to us, like they don't really love me, they don't, like all that type of stuff. I feel like all that type of stuff is going to go away because you're really going to understand who the real people are, who don't necessarily have the best intentions for you. Yeah, I just feel like it's going to become clear. There's like a line. This is the energy of like a line drawn in the sand. Yeah, okay, so this is definitely speaking on that, this is speaking on that whole relationship situation. There is definitely two people who was finna come together but didn't come together because of a third person who peeped game and was like, wait, what's this now? And so I feel like this could be too, like somebody is having like deep fantasies about being in a relationship with somebody that they cannot be in a relationship with. And this person could be holding on to like any little thing, any little bit of attention or conversation that they get from this person. They could like blow it up in their head like this moon here, and you just be like, really daydreamy, and everything's like just kind of distorted in somebody's mind. In terms of what's real and what's not, in terms of their relationships. So I feel like it's going to be up to the other person to kind of be like, you're delusional. We're not doing this. So somebody is being sent away. But I feel like before that person can be sent away, or even if this is not being sent, because I keep saying sent away, but like you can't send a grown person away. So it's not that. I feel like that, and that's the issue, right? It's like two people have to learn how to live together, be around each other, even though I feel like one person doesn't want to be and the other person refuses to see that. So there's this like chit chat aspect. Like, so if you're in a situation where you live with people that you don't really want to live with, or you're in a situation that's kind of on its way out, there's still like conversation that has to be had, or that will be had. But I feel like it's very surface. There's like a deeper level of conversation that people are not having. They might almost have it, and I feel like somebody knows that this conversation needs to be had with this moon here, but it's just not actually happening. But I feel like this goes back to the humanity piece, right? Because I feel like somebody's not even bad about that. They're like, yeah, these types of conversations are hard to have. It's like people still feel empathy for each other, even if they're not necessarily on the same side of an issue. Yeah. Okay, so that's what's going on. Now let's look at some obstacles. What are the obstacles in this situation? Ten of Swords. Some shit is over. Fool card, Page of Swords. The obstacle is somebody is really, really done. And they, like, their bounce back game is strong. Somebody's bounce back game is really strong. To where they can literally just move on to the next thing mentally. Now, I don't know if this is, but I feel like the reason why someone can just so easily move on to the next thing, their next relationship, the next project, like whatever it is, next job, the reason why this person could just move on so easily is because they've really tried their hardest. They've really tried their best. I mean, they're at the Ten of Swords, right? This card is somebody's taking a bow. Like, this person did all the dancing they can do. The dancing meaning they could have, like, danced around the issue. Maybe somebody is done with the situation, but maybe they also never fully addressed the issue in the situation either. So I feel like the other person, see, because, okay, if this is about a relationship, remember in the situation when I was like, there's two people, there's a conversation that they don't want to have. One person's kind of delusional and the other person isn't. It's like this person doesn't want to have a conversation, especially too if this is like a third party situation where, you know, this is somebody outside of your relationship where any attention that you give them makes them feel like, oh my God, they want me, or, you know, whatever like that. So the reason why this person doesn't want to have a conversation that they have not had is because they feel like it would make it seem like it's possible to re-enter this situation. Like, they don't want to have a conversation because they don't want to give nobody no hope. Because this person that they're dealing with is like, as remember, this is the moon energy, right? Lunacy, like crazy ass people can be affected by the moon, or just they can just be moony. Like, every little thing, every little feeling, intuition, everything that's happening inside of their body, they feel like that's part of the reality of the situation, and that's not. And I've been like that too. Like, so I'm not trying to say that to roast nobody, because I've definitely been like that. It's a very hard space to be in where you're not quite sure what's real. So yeah, that's the obstacle, because yeah, I feel like it's just certain truths that in order for people to move on, they need to hear, and people don't want to have this conversation. So that's why I said somebody is mentally ready to move on, but they're not actually ready to do what it takes to move on, because they're feeling it's like they don't want to hurt nobody. They want to be out of the situation, but they don't want to hurt anyone. So I'm getting to, like, there's a great deal of comfort here, because we got It's Okay, Baby Girl at the bottom of the deck before, and now we have Everything Will Be Okay. I keep getting that message, like there's someone is very comforting in this situation. That could be a friend, like, outside of the situation, somebody telling the person who's the third party, or the person who's being abandoned or just being separated from, like, everything's going to be okay. But I feel like even that is it's like reinforcing to this person that everything will be okay with the person that they want to be with, and that's not that may not be the case. I'm also getting, like, the person that they're with could be doing this, just being very, very reassuring, saying everything's going to be okay. But that's part of how it's, like, feeding this delusion with this other person, because it's like, by saying everything's going to be okay, you're not finishing the sentence, which is, everything will be okay without me though, like, because we are done. That's what the person's not saying. Clarify, afraid of that addict, please. And 10 of Swords. Hand me my purse. So there's a conversation about money that needs to be had in this relationship. I didn't see any money cards coming out. Somebody just may not feel like they have enough for another person, for another relationship. They ain't got enough something. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is just this person just not wanting to accept the fact that the situation is over. So they're very distrustful. Like, anytime they're, like I said, if they still have to be like in close proximity with this person because they can't like physically separate yet, it's very hard for, look, we got one foot out the door at the bottom of the deck. It's very hard for them to just it's like they don't want this person to go anywhere. They don't want this person to be around other people. So I feel like they could feed very negative words to this other person, like, oh, that person only wants you for your money, or, oh, this person doesn't really care about you for who you are, or you should just leave that person behind, and you don't know anybody as well as you know me. Like, that type of energy. It's like somebody doesn't want they don't want their person to, they're scared, right? They're feeling clutchy. They just don't want their person to get out there because they don't want to have to see it. They don't know, they don't want to think about what this would ultimately mean for the relationship. So they just they're just very standoffish with any new people. So once again, this is part of the obstacle of having that like straight up heartfelt conversation, because I feel like everything becomes a fight to block the actual fight. It's like somebody who wants to have all these petty battles because they don't want to have the war, because they know that they know they can win the battles, but they know that they'll lose the war. So it's like they're just trying to cause all these distractions and like plant these negative seeds. And the thing is, like, once again, I said this is like full moon energy with these illusions kind of dissipating. It's like the person who wants to leave, they're finally seeing this for what it is. So if this is you and you want to leave somebody, you might just be finally seeing all the little ways they try to like keep you in this little box with them. But it's like you're finally seeing through it. And I feel like because you can finally see through it, number one, it doesn't work. And number two, it allows you to have compassion and empathy for this person. And that shifts you more towards the end of the relationship, because now you're able to look at this person as a human being, not a monster, like not a villain. Because when you get stuck in this story with people where they're the villain and you're the victim, then it just guarantees that you keep playing out this story. But I feel like you're like slowly but surely letting go of this story to where you can just allow this person to just like, that's what they're on. That's their thing. Those are their fears, and you understand them, but you don't share them. And that lets you kind of go free. Okay. All right. So I feel like that's actually getting more into the solution. But yeah, like I said, the obstacle is just this person's fear is very strong. They don't want to let go. They don't want to have these difficult conversations. Okay, let's look at the advice. What is the advice for this situation? So much advice. Knight of Wands, Hermit, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. I feel really this is saying you just kind of have to wait for this person to come to these realizations on their own and keep doing what you're doing. For what it is, for whatever it is, your next phase in life after you leave this situation, it's going to take some time and some planning on your part. So I feel like the reason why you're seeing all this, the way that seeing this for what it is so clearly is kind of to preserve your sanity, because you still have to be in this situation for a little while, but it's the kind of thing where it's like you want to be in it but not of it. Okay, so it's like you can't immediately just leave the situation, but if you understand it, if you understand why it's playing out the way that it's playing out, then you can stop trying to, it just doesn't drive you crazy anymore. So it's like that energy of like, y'all ain't about to let me drive. I'm not about to let y'all drive me crazy. Okay. So this person is kind of driving them. They're going to drive themselves crazy a little bit. And I know that sounds messed up to say, but I feel like this person, they have to hit their head up against the brick wall enough times to understand that, they have to accept reality as it is. So maybe the brick wall is reality. Like this person has to like run full force through this illusion if that's what they choose to do, but you have to stop joining them in the illusion, because like every time you do, you make it you slow them down from actually getting through it. So this might look like really working hard, working extra late, studying, taking up a new class or a new course. Like find a way to expand your money, expand your usefulness, improve yourself, but in a way that's not necessarily like throwing your new version of yourself in somebody's face. Like, well, I'm going out for drinks, or I'm going out, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking about talking about a lot of fun things, that I'm saying like spend your spare time where you're not going to be with this person, improving yourself, so that when the time finally comes to actually separate, you will be, you'll be the best you. Because I feel like if you let this situation drive you crazy and then you just run away from it, it's just a lot of, I feel like you just need some stability right now. There's seeds that you're planting right now. There's things that you're just now starting that you need time to grow and to develop. So you have to find peace within this situation. And so the best way to find peace within this situation is to the best of your ability, stop engaging with this person in terms of like discussing what it ain't. There's no need to discuss what something ain't. This person has to be like alone in this, completely alone in this, before it'll dawn on them that they're really alone in this. I feel like it's very difficult for this person. So conversations with them is going to get more and more toxic if you keep having them. It's just going to get harder and harder and harder to have. It's going to start to feel gross. Look, we got the slimy card. Look at this card. Ew. So just you don't want to have those conversations. Stick to yourself and just make yourself busy. Yeah. Yeah, make yourself busy. Make a lot of money right now. This is a really good time for you to make money. Make more money. Make money and then make more money. You probably have business ideas. You probably have like a lot of things that you've wanted to do that you couldn't do because this relationship is taking up so much of your time. Now that it's not, it's time for you to study, improve yourself, grow. Yep. This person got, you'll figure it out. They have to figure stuff out for themselves. And you really cannot help them though. Look, that's too big for you to carry. You really cannot help this person anymore. You have to stop it. You have to understand that to engage in any conversation with this person, where you try to help them understand anything about this relationship, about y'all as like two people together. that it's gonna hold this person back. You can't have no more conversations about y'all because y'all ain't a y'all. It's a you and it's a me. So you can have conversations about you or you can have conversations about me. But you can't have no more conversations about y'all. Okay, you can't afford to make poor choices. Okay? And you got that on top of the Seven of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's time for you to invest in your self-improvement. You can't let this situation hold you back anymore. Look, you gotta listen to me now. Listen to me now. The bottom of the deck. You can't afford to let this situation hold you back anymore. It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to flourish. And I think you can just see that now. Look, hard head makes a soft behind. So I feel like you already in a position in life where you're starting over. You already have to start over. That could be part of what your struggle is like you are already in the process of starting over and figuring out how to make things work. And so maybe you don't make as much money as you feel like you should make. Maybe you switch careers. There's just some element of starting over here financially. So it's time for you to accept the fact that you will have to start over again, just in terms of separating, and invest in yourself as much as possible in the meantime, so that you have smooth sailing when it's time. You can't spend time and energy like feeling regretful, because that's just going to slow down your productivity. Because I feel like it's time for you to do like a lot of self-work. Probably too around self-worth, because it's Taurus season coming up. The Seven of Pentacles is Taurus energy. It's like I feel like you keep getting in situations like this where there's just like not a sense of reality. There's not a and so when there's not a sense of reality in relationships, there's not a sense of practicality. When people are not practical, they make poor choices. They make impractical choices, unwise choices, spontaneous choices. This Knight of Wands shit, this person running, it's like you gotta let them, if this person like to run around like they crazy, let them run around like they crazy and tire themselves out. But you have to be more steady, more stable, more solid, because it's just you now. Maybe that's part of what you need to accept. But that means you have to look out for yourself. And I'm getting that this is not the first time that you've learned this lesson. And this is an expensive lesson somehow. I don't know how, but it is. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for listening to this reading. And any information you need about anything, it'll be just go to my website, ubria.com. Okay? Peace.